Right, welcome back. Let's get into the trending topic, shall we? All right, let's do it. So let's start off, see what's on the top of the trends list for this morning.
Hashtag Kiro school fees.
So if I'm not mistaken on this one, I sort of started seeing it brewing yesterday.
Yes.
It was a message. Was it a private message that a mom, I don't know if she was sort of trying to speak to her former partner or husband or whatever the case may be, that she needed school fees to be paid for the children. And then the actual account of the Kiro was posted, and then they looked and this opened up a whole can of worms. It's like, well, I mean, you know, firstly, we looked at the school fees for Kiro and how expensive they were. And basically a lot of people saying, well, if you know, don't do that. You know, if you can't afford it, take the kids to schools that you can actually afford. But then there was just a whole can of worms opened about how expensive school fees are, which you don't need to tell me, but the Kiro school fees in particular. That's my reading into all of this.
Absolutely. And then, as you say, so it became about two things in the main. It became about deadbeat dads on the one end, you know, parents who just don't take responsibility for their kids' upkeep, and people talking about fathers in particular taking responsibility for paying the school fees, but also, as you mentioned, not living beyond your means. Don't send your child to a school where you know you cannot afford the fees. Because regardless of how outrageous you may think Kiro's school fees are, you don't have to go to Kiro.
No, there are
it's
so many other schools.
You exercise.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was a big one, and it is all of that.
It's still ongoing.
It's still going, because obviously I think there was also a big conversation. There was a space that a lot of people jumped onto and had a conversation about deadbeats. Kiro school fees space ends at 9:30 or something like that. So it was obviously a whole conversation that was had, and a lot of people just saying, you know what, just if you don't want children, don't have children. And use protection. That's what a lot of people are saying, because for goodness sakes, it is expensive and you want to give them what you can and the best. So here's the last one I'll read to you. Obokeng Africa saying, I think men should consider having a vasectomy if they do not want to have kids. Do it before you get to hashtag Kiro school fees. Wrap it there. Okay, that's Kiro school fees.
Dali Mpofu. Of course, yesterday, Pietermaritzburg High Court to Dali Mpofu, legal counsel for former President Jacob Zuma in that application brought before the court for leave to appeal. So, as you can imagine, usually when Dali Mpofu is there, he will trend. So,
goes without saying.
Goes without saying. Anything to add?
No, not much, except we wait on that now, and we see what the outcome will be. That was the Pietermaritzburg High Court yesterday, and we wait to see when the judgment. They say that they'll deliver it on the application for leave to appeal the dismissal on the 16th of February. So that's when we should find more about that one. Then the next trending topic is Herman. So that, of course, is Herman Mashaba puts out a tweet yesterday, basically saying, fellow South Africans, yesterday I issued my letter of resignation as a Joburg councillor after engaging my caucus and the Senate all agree that my time must be spent leading the growth of Action SA in all 9 provinces so that we can mount a challenge to the ANC in 2024. Okay, so Herman's out the court.
That's always been his objective, and staying true to that. So we'll see. 2024 promises to be yet another interesting election, but it's a long, long time. You know, they say 24 hours is a long time in politics.
You're right.
So 2024 is quite a long way off. We'll see how all of this unfolds, but Herman Mashaba is going to focus all his attention in preparation for that election. And then finally, did you see the pics?
Very cute. I hope we've got it. I hope we've got the picture there. Just of Rihanna pregnant. So that was what the talk of the town was yesterday. Do we say ASAP? Is it Rocky? What's the
ASAP Rocky?
So it's ASAP Rocky. Don't look at me like that.
No,
I know,
the only reason I know this
is
because
is a dollar sign. And the kids listen to ASAP Rocky.
Yes, that's the only reason I know it. Don't worry, I don't know a single song, but I know of ASAP Rocky.
All right, so ASAP Rocky and Rihanna are pregnant, and
they're
they
so cute.
out and about on town. They're very cute, looking stunning, and everybody's mourning and celebrating at the same time.
I love the morning because there were so many guys. If you can, go onto that thread, the Rihanna, because so many men were posting gifts crying like, they felt so
There
heartbroken
goes
that Rihanna is now off the market. She's pregnant, she's taken. I feel for them.
And everyone feeling sorry for Drake as well, because they were together. Why?
Yeah. You talk about Drake, and I'm thinking about Drake trending a few weeks ago, and that story.
I don't know.
Okay, let me not go there. A story for another day.
Yeah.
But sorry guys, Rihanna's off the market.
She's off
but
the market.
they're such a cute couple.
Looks very nice.
Can't wait to see that baby.
Okay, so that's the happy news out the way, the pregnancy, the new families, and all else that goes with it. We're going to take a break. When we return, we're going to be focusing on those interviews that will be starting at 10 o'clock for the new Chief Justice of South Africa.